I'm Mike McDougall. I'm Vice President, Corporate Communications and Public Affairs for Bausch Lomb. We're multinational. We have employees in more than 40 countries. We have products in more than 100 countries. Over 12,000 employees today. And reaching all of them is certainly a challenge, because then you also have a mix, too, of employees sitting at a desk, say a finance manager in Hong Kong, and you also have employees working in a factory, say in Waterford, Ireland, or here in Rochester, New York. And it's a challenge on how do you reach them all and do so effectively, and quite honestly, also how do you do so cost effectively, which is always more of a challenge. Bausch Lomb TV for us is our branded video portal internally. What that consists of is a primary video on the main page of our intranet, or it's called the iWay. And then when you click through to that, you have multiple channels. You can watch advertising from around the world. You can watch training videos. There are videos, or channels, I should say, dedicated to our business units, vision care, or surgical, or pharmaceuticals. At the same time, we take that video and don't only host it on that single Bausch Lomb TV site, we embed it across our intranet. So if you are reading a story about a recent trade show, you may have an embedded video on there to go to a clip of a product manager speaking about a new launch, or you may go to a clip of a doctor, or in many cases in HR. On their pages, you'll go to a clip of somebody explaining an arcane benefits concept that, quite honestly, you can do much more easily with words than a 50-page memorandum. There are multiple benefits from using video. We see better comprehension among employees, because you're not just reading a written word, you're seeing emotion, you're seeing different changes in tonality. Two, it's real. Companies are driving towards authenticity, as we are, and there's something about reading the written word that removes you. When you're seeing a senior executive, a colleague, a customer on video, it's real, it's there. And we also try not to edit too heavily. Today you have a lot of folks growing up, or at least becoming more accustomed to reality TV, and they're used to seeing content created in that way, not with a lot of edits, not with overproduction, and I think you have to deliver the same from a corporate setting. We're definitely seeing an ROI from the use of video in our communications. It's a matter of not shipping DVDs around the world. It's a matter of increased employee engagement and recognition of content. It's also a matter of teams not flying executives to different sites. Video conferencing is a big piece of what we do here at Bausch Lomb as well. Sometimes you can't replace a face-to-face meeting with a video conference or video capture, but in a lot of cases you can. And we're really encouraging people to try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, okay, go back to the old version, but try something new. We're also repurposing video. We, like a lot of others, have cases upon cases of VHS, Super 8, DVDs, you name it, and looking for what we have and saying, how can we make this come to life again? It's one thing to have it in an archive where nobody sees it. So we've taken video from the 1930s, we've taken video from the 50s, classic Bausch Lomb video. We're a 156-year-old company, and brought it back to life. And employees enjoy that. What always tends to intrigue people when they ask about the Bausch Lomb Communications and Public Affairs Group is our size. Externally, I think you'd look and say, wow, it's a pretty sizable department. They do a lot of agency support. What shocks people is we have 3 professional communicators on site globally for a company of our size. And it's not a boast, but we do it all. We know how to move quickly. We know how to use technology to our advantage. We know how to consult with others internally. So we're actually teaching others how to communicate in a lot of ways. And it's really a shift in a communications mindset. We don't want to own everything. Our role is to coach, to counsel, to take ownership of pieces, but in many cases to have our colleagues communicate themselves. We got in very early on, and I think it's helped us because we could see the evolution of video for all these years. But at the same time, it's not enough to just keep pace. Our goal is to set the pace.